But I want to ask you this question, and I more so want to ask you this question. You know, in me doing this media thing, one thing I hate about media is how they try to stir controversy. I think it's unnecessary. I think it's pathetic. But I want to ask you a question about this situation for my own personal sake. And what I want to ask you is, with the Ben situation, I feel like at times we get thrusted into this position of like where you're almost defending the team. Mm-hmm. And I feel like some of that happened to you in the Ben Simmons situation, because the reality is this. I think some of it happened in the Russ KD situation. Like, we see it often. It's not like it was just you and Ben. It happens all the time. And the reality is, I think we lose sight, and ultimately, like with you and Ben, like you express your dismay with the situation. You express like, get him out of here. Then, like, you expressed all of that, but there was a point.
I never said that to get him out of there. I just didn't understand what was going on. Honestly, like I didn't understand like what happened, and what led on to that whole situation. To this day, I don't understand. I mean, even when you look at, and I don't have any problems with him. And like I said, like obviously we didn't win a championship together, but in the regular season we were dominant every single season, 50-win seasons. Like I always believed that we had a chance to win together. Like I always believe it. Even to this day, I believe that we had a chance to win. And, what we were able to accomplish, obviously winning matters the most, but I feel like, we had a chance, and that's why I don't understand, what was going on, honestly, what caused, him to want to leave. I understand, his explanation, but, a lot of things don't make sense.
Do you think your press conference after Game 7, was it? Do you think that had any effect on him?
I don't think it did. Because, but this is what you're a member of the media and all that stuff. But this is what, this is what you just mentioned, that they're always going to try to pick up little stuff just to make them, look right, or just to cause like controversy and all that stuff. If you look at the whole press conference, they asked me a question, what happened? What happened? Like, what caused this loss? And then I literally mentioned a bunch of events that happened. I mentioned, where it really started. And, I was being honest. Like, we all, like me and you, like, I say what I want to say. And I'm not gonna, just hold myself just because I gotta, make people feel better. And I feel like I didn't hurt anybody's feelings. I mentioned, I was like, obviously the pass up, I didn't even mention that. I said, we just we missed an opportunity, and then I actually called out Matisse for missing the free throw, and then I didn't call out by his name. I was like, we missed the free throw, and then I called out a bunch of events that happened after we had we fouled a 3-point shooter, and then I mentioned me turning the ball over when we were down 4 at that point. They ended up scoring in the fast break, which, pushed the lead up to 6 points. I mentioned a bunch of other events where we made a mistake. I mentioned myself, but, the media is going to be the media. They're all picked, that one part where I said we passed up, a layup, and we missed the free throw and all that, so which doesn't make sense. So I didn't call out anybody specifically. I just listed a bunch of events that happened that led to us. Because at that point, the score was tight, or we were down by 1 at that point. When we missed the free throw, and then I called out a bunch of events that happened after, but that just had to pick, that one part where it seemed like I was calling someone out when I wasn't really to. and I was talking about like the sequence of, the events that happened.
For sure. And I think as a leader, one of the things that I do respect is you calling out yourself and saying, oh, I had too many turnovers, and especially that one down the stretch. Like, as a leader, you have to be able to do that. And I have the utmost respect for that, because I think that's very important. And it's also very important that you can talk about your teammates as well. Like we all struggle, we all go through it.
It's never personal. Like even this year, like you look at, my press conference with Tyrese, like when he's not taking shots or he's missing shots or he's not taking wide open shots, I'm like, yo, I'm calling him out. I'm like, you gotta be better. But like as teammates, and because we're so close off the court, he understands that I want him to be better, not just for me, but for the whole team and for himself. Because I understand, you know what it takes to win. I haven't won, but I feel like I have an idea of what it takes to win. I've lost, on the buzzer beater when we had a great team, and, who knows, we could have had a chance to win a championship or play you guys in the finals that year. So, like, I feel like I have an idea of what it takes to win, but I haven't gotten there. So, like, and as you know, you can't win alone. I can't win 1-on-5. Like, that's impossible. Like, I need my teammates' help. So, like, when I'm calling out whether it's, Matisse or Tyrese, like, they know that it's not personal. They just know that I just care about them, and I want to win so bad that, like, I just want them to be better, and they understand that. And, it's never personal.
No, 100%. And I must say something to you. We've had this conversation on the podcast before where I was speaking about winning and losing. And you don't know what it takes to win a championship because you haven't won a championship. You know what it takes to win, because it's hard to win a championship, man. Like, people don't realize all of the things that has to go right in order to win a championship. Like, it's not just about who got the most talent or who had the best year. It's so many things that have to go right. And so I would love to correct you here. And you know how to win. You've won since you've been healthy. You've won. Like, you know how to win. Winning a championship is a different thing that takes a bunch of things to align in order for that thing to actually happen.